If you want to build a custom roof structure and you want to use the Unilock pillars as a foundation for each of the posts, you can copy one of the pillars from the front and paste it in the back. If you want to change the design, of course, then you're going to have to design another column. So the easiest way to get your alignment is on the plan view. And if we look very closely here, we've got one, and we'll copy and paste and position each one of those. Each time we'll paste it and we'll position and paste again. And once we have our 4 posts into place, or columns rather, then we're ready to put the wooden column posts in. And we do that when we go over to the column tool, and we can select from any number of designs. We'll go with column number 9, and as you can see, it places right into the pillar. The best way again to line it up is to plan view, and you can line it up perfectly with each one and copy and paste. Again, one way you can do it is to combine the column with the Unilock column, and then only copy and paste each one of those. That saves a little bit of time. And go back to perspective. We have our structure in place. Now we just need a roof. In order to build the roof, we just use the house tool for that. And we'll go back into plan view, and we will select house, and we'll start building here. We can build it with the snap tool on if we want. The snap tool will allow us to keep things accurate. We can always move it to unsnap afterwards. Okay, now we've got it set that way. We go back into perspective, and everything's kind of disappeared. We just go to wall material, options, and just change your wall height to 0. And now you need to change your elevation and bring up your roof structure to the top of the pillars. And if the overhang is too large, you can take that back a bit, and of course you can realign as necessary. Sometimes it's easier to align in here with taking the snap tool off, going back to perspective. Now I can finesse the adjustments for visual. And there we have our roof structure. Now, in order to avoid doing this with every one of your plans, the best way to keep this is to select all the units and then save them as a model. And I've done that before. So if you go back into Landscape Accessories and we open up this and we go to Custom tab, you can see here one of the roof structures I saved. I've also saved one of my grill islands and a 10 by 10 carpet and a linear grill island. Just notice that our swimming pool doesn't have any stairs. So in order to put stairs in, and I'm going to put them right over here, you go over into plan view and you choose the pool stair tool, and you begin to draw the sort of the maximum perimeter, if you will. You can go into the pool wall a little bit with this back side of the line and close that off. And you can edit points, of course, if it's not quite round enough for your liking. And you go into perspective view, you can see where the steps are. If I want to slide them into the wall a bit, I can. And now I have steps in the pool. Alright, now let's talk a bit about fences and hedges. Why don't we draw a hedge in along the far side of our property. Go to the Landscape tab, click on Hedge, and then just to keep it straight, I'm going to use the Snap tool, and I'm just going to draw a line right from the front of the property to the back of the property. Right click, and once I've right clicked, my hedge is into place. And as you can see, I've got a nice arborvitae trimmed hedge into place. Curved hedges are also possible, just as easy as doing the straight ones. Now let's talk about a fence perhaps on the back of the property here. We'll go over to building, and we'll go and click on fence. With fence, again, you're better off to work into plan view, and we're going to start here with our fence, come down with our fence from here and all the way across here, and then we're going to join up with the house at this point here. We're going to right click and go back to perspective and have a look at what we have. We've got a fence which has also made some accommodations for the grade here, and we've come across our walkway here. So we're going to need a gate. Go to the gate panel, and fence gate rather, and click on a style that you like, and I'm kind of partial to gate number 7, and we'll just go to put that right over the walkway. And if you notice, it's not quite wide enough. We'll just widen it up a bit, and the posts and everything are totally adjusted on their own. We're going to take the snap tool off, and then I can position it a little bit better, a little more precisely on the walkway. And we can also make this a little attractive. We can open up the gate with this little button here. One of the things with fencing, you can switch sides that the boards are on just with a click of the mouse. And there are a whole advanced menu, again similar to the decking material, that you can use for the fencing. Very, very versatile tool. Let's take a look at planting now. If we go over to landscape and we click on the plant tool, we'll be presented with a menu of trees, shrubs, perennials, cactus, annuals, water garden plants, and we can save them as favorites. There are also models, and then there are picture versions. Now the picture versions are actual real plants, and what is ideal about these is that if you're doing a lot of photo type printouts, these are better because they just give you a more realistic look. If you are doing a lot of video fly-throughs, the models will work better. I'm going to use the models for now, and we're going to put in some northern red oak here. And again, by holding down the control key, we can put multiple trees in on our drawing. And we may also want to work in the plan view initially, just so that we can get a little more speed and accuracy in placement. I'll get some arborvitaes in here, and we'll do a multiple planting here by using the control key, and we can put down quite a few of these. And again, we can look in perspective, and right away we've got our drawing in there. Now if we want to make a planting bed here, we would go to our region area, and we would simply draw in an area and fill it with the mulch. We'll go to plan view, and we'll actually draw something in here. We'll go from here convert to straight. We can finesse this later, but if we do that, we've got the area now filled with mulch. We're ready to put in any other plant material again. So let's pick another arborvitae here, and we'll just get them placed in. And we'll put another one in here. Then we'll open up our plant menu again, and we'll get over to the flowering shrubs. We'll put in some azaleas for some color, and we can copy and paste that, put some smaller ones in, and we can continue to place them wherever we want to. I'll put one in over alongside of here. The plant fill tool here is also very useful and can save a lot of time. For example, if you wanted to fill this area with a grouping of shrubs, you would simply mark out the perimeter where you want the planting to go, and join it up, and automatically it's defaulted to some butterfly bushes, but you could certainly change that up, and you can also change the number of plants that are in. I just reduced the number of plants to 2, and you could just increase it and fill it to as many as you want, and it does it all randomly, which is really nice because it gives it a very naturalized look. So, and once you've got your all your areas that you want to fill, you can continue to put in more shrubs and plants, and why don't we plant in some more plants in here, and we'll go over to perennials, or pardon me, shrubs. We'll get over to some spreading junipers, and again we can copy and paste those into place. Have as many as we want, of course, and we can go back to the front, copy another few arborvitaes. Sometimes it's faster just copy and pasting than going to the menu. We want to add a boulder in here. We can do that. Just go to rock, and we select something that we like, and we place it, and increase the size, rotate it, and so on. Another useful tool is the plant row feature. We will select the curved if we want to do a row of plants, and that applies to any plant that we want to put along here. So we'll just do a row of plants along here, right click, and we've got some flowers in there, but we can substitute that for even an arborvitae hedge. We can increase the number of plants and create a more dense hedge-like feeling. And after that's complete, you can actually go in and you can increase the heights of these. We can enlarge them, space them out. We can do a lot of manipulation to it.